Hi friends, this is Radhakrishnan Pillai and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. You must be seeing a lot of my videos. From this time onwards, we are going to twist it a little bit by actually calling some of the legendary icons that are there in our country. And we are going to start a series on one-on-one with Radhakrishnan Pillai. This first series of one-on-one will be having Shivanandan sir with me. Sir, thank you so much for agreeing to be part of my
Thanks,
YouTube
Radha.
channel.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much. So, friends, just to give a background, Shivanandan sir has been a teacher, a professor before he came into the policing force IPS, and the kind of management skills that he has got, he has shown it in 30 plus years in his experience in the policing field. An IPS officer, was known around as a turnaround strategist. He's been written around in a lot of articles in newspapers. Of course, in my book that I wrote with him, there's a movie called Company. And most important, post-retirement in 2010 as the Director General of Police of Maharashtra state, which is the highest position that you get in an IPS officer, and also some very prestigious positions like the Commissioner of Mumbai Police, etc., etc. He is now chairman of his own company called as Securus First, where he is advising quite a few companies and very well-known companies, right from the Reserve Bank of India to many other organizations, on the new types of crime and the security advices. That's a short introduction. Do go on to the internet to find more about him, lots of pictures and videos. So once again, welcome sir.
Thank you, Radha.
So thank you so much, first of all, for agreeing to write a book with me. After my success of Corporate Chanakya, it was always a challenge. What should be my next subject? And I saw a Chanakya in you. So let us look at it this way, that the 2 years that we spent on researching on your life, and of course now it's been 2 years since the book has got released, the Chanakya 7 Secrets of Leadership. It's become a bestseller, still doing very well. What has been your experience before writing the book, during writing the book, and now after the book has become a bestseller?
Radha, actually it is delightful to meet with you and then find out how you operate, work, run your Chanakya Institute and all. Basically our meeting was because you brought those boys, youngsters to me as Commissioner of Police and Director General of Police.
Yeah.
And later you found interest in listening to my lectures where I've been doing all these presentations all over the country. And then you found a good subject in that. So let me give you the credit that I didn't write the book with you. You wrote the whole book, but I was only part of it because you compared what Chanakya was and how it could be translated in a practical life.
Sure.
So that way I will give you complete credit for writing the book. Then I only could tweak it a little bit here and there so that it will not go RE. That's the only thing. My experience of writing the thing is fantastic because you heard me in many places where you listened to my different varieties of lectures and then you chiseled out what is right and what is wrong and brought out a fantastic book. As you rightly said, the book is doing wonderfully well. That means a lot of people are finding practical wisdom in whatever you have said. One good thing is policing is a very, very difficult and complex matter because the society is also becoming complex.
Right.
And when things are changing rapidly, the police also have to move rapidly to change accordingly and then come up with solutions for very, very complex situations which are not under their control.
Sure.
So that way, the writing the book and going around with you and learning how to write and that all those editorial meetings and all was very exhilarating for me. And yes, people say there are a lot of books can be written by me. The best book has been brought out by you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So, in a book, you gave a lot of insights into how the whole world operated, especially the crime world in the 90s until you retired. But if you look at it, the world is changing and the biggest crime today, as you always say in your lectures, is cybercrime. You have to be more careful. And cybercrime and youngsters are very closely related, especially the digital India that's happening. So what's your view on the cybercrime and the link with youngsters today?
Radha, I realized this in 2001-2002 when I was Joint Commissioner of Police Crime in Mumbai, that the future crime is going to be completely done through the computers.
Sure.
So if we talk about India, there are 970 million mobile phones for a population of 1.3 billion. That is almost a billion mobiles minus all the computers and various other things,
Right.
makes a huge amount of equipment in the hands of people who are not very tech savvy.
Right.
But people are driven by the greed and the lust. These are the two reasons why crimes take place.
Okay.
People want to make money at the fastest way.
Right.
So anything offering, asking for this, asking for that, people are coming up with details and with which others can commit crime.
Right.
For example, any bank account you can manipulate while you are playing golf or when you are partying, when you are on the beach side and all that. Anybody can have your password and they can check, and then they can take away the entire money.
Right.
So there is a case of about 10-15 years before on Barrington Bank was brought down by a single-handed person through computer operations. He was doing in the derivatives, dealing in derivatives. So that way, in the future, not only crimes of minor nature, even major nature. For example, a cyber murder can be done. Okay. A cyber dacoity can be done. Cyber robbery can be done. And that way, cyber can be used for espionage, that is collecting intelligence about people, and cyber intelligence is possible, cyber war is possible, cyber crime is possible.
Right.
So, as many equipments as we have, that many varieties of you getting involved in a crime as a victim, the chances are there.
Right.
So, my advice to youngsters is, okay, you are taking it like fish taking to water, but at the same time, worry about the protection also, how you are going to insulate yourself from such crimes.
Sure.
For example, all these young girls coming in Facebook and all that, wearing very scanty clothes and this and that. They are all photo op and various other things can be done, and the girls can be exposed totally in a different way. These are all things of the past.
Sure.
Whereas as we are talking, cyber is improving. The cyber technology is improving by the minute and the hour, and we are all getting exposed. Like, for example, anybody can be trailed without going, and you know where the man has gone, how many minutes he has spent, and what did he do. All that can be found out through cyber technology. And these cameras, for example, all over the countryside, will keep tracking people as to where they have gone, what they have done. So there is a camera which is monitoring a person all the time, every day and every minute. For example, this 1 billion cameras I've said, these are smartphones.
Sure.
So when you are doing something on the road in a bazaar, somebody is recording your event. For example, when that lawyer was driving that Audi car and created an accident, more than saving the victim, people were recording it in the video and audio.
Sure.
So that they can put it on the YouTube.
Sure.
Means there is so much of evidence against people collected by people who are uninvolved in a crime.
Sure.
So I want to warn very in a simple way that the entire future crime is going to be committed through cyber means only.
Technology will become a major
Technology is going to ruin the happiness of people's lives. Okay. So they have to be careful and they have to be absolutely ready for that. We can't allow these machines to overtake our lives. Sure. And ruin them. If you're going to feel happy about it, if cyber is going to give you happiness, welcome. But if cyber is going to dominate and ruin one's life,
sure,
then I'd better be careful.
Absolutely. In fact, that's the reason why we say technology can be useful, but if not used well, can create a problem for us. We'll be coming back and asking some insightful questions. So till then, keep watching my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, give a thumbs up if you like it, and make sure you share.